strong. You're beautiful. You're the greatest of all time.
I'm Tara Hitchcock. I'm with Harkins Theaters, one of the largest independently and family-owned theater chains in the country, and we are based in Arizona, but we are in several states. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know the title of this movie is Michael, and there's a scene in the film where he is deciding what the title of Thriller will be, and he goes through several options. If you could give this movie another title, now that you've worked on it, what would that be?
Ooh, that's good.
That is a good question.
Only from Thriller? Or?
No, just in it. Like, what would you call this movie?
The Man Under the Fedora.
Oh, wow, that's good. That's
good.
good. The Man Under the Fedora.
I like
Good.
it.
The moonwalk, because it is a walk.
Yeah.
His life is a walk. It's a
Oh, that is good.
music.
That's good.
Don't stop till you get enough.
I was about to say that.
right?
I was thinking that.
Can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
There's that great part where he's being told, don't move so much.
Stay still, yeah.
And you can't with his music. What is the song that if we strapped you down and you're still moving? What is the song that you're gonna move no matter what they tell you?
Oh gosh.
So many.
PYT for me.
That's good.
Right? Like it's just like it just makes you want to move.
I would say Get on the Floor from the Off the Wall album. Some of those.
I would say Off the Wall.
Off the Wall.
Remember the time.
Okay.
Ooh,
The
yeah,
moment I hear it, I gotta get up. Exactly.
Out of first of all, I mean, there's nobody else that could have played him. And I've been fortunate enough to have seen him in concert. Everything was a trip down memory lane for me.
Wow.
In addition to the voice and everything you wore, when did you feel his presence the most? Was it something you wore? Was it a particular scene you shot?
I felt his presence the most when I was rehearsing at Havenhurst. And it was in the same dance room he would rehearse in. I set up a lot of mirrors and I would spend a lot of hours in there, sometimes early in the morning, late at night. There would be a few moments where I would feel or sense something and I always say, oh, that's him. He's here. And I had this large cutout cardboard of his face always watching me perform and rehearsing.
Oh, wow.
It's a photo of him from the Thriller album. And he has a serious look on him. So
And that didn't freak you out having a Syria right there?
Well, it pushed me even more.
Okay.
Because if I messed up a move, I'd just look and he's just staring at me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep working on it. Don't worry. So I always looked at it as motivation. But on set, for the performances, I would say, and just taking in those moments when we actually had extras to perform in front of and feeling that energy. And there's a few moments like that where I felt his presence, especially shooting at real locations and a few special moments like that.
Incredible.
Y'all want to work in a steel mill like me for the rest of your days?
Juliano, I love the story. Your grandma introduced you to Michael Jackson. I mean, full circle moment for you. You've talked about how important Jaafar was. You didn't share any scenes, obviously, with him. What did he do to help you with your performance as young Michael?
He encouraged me, you know, and I really appreciate how you know, we would come, we would like go to Crafty when we run into each other, and we would talk, and he would show me what he was learning. He wouldn't really show me, but he'd just tell me what he was working on with Rich and Tone, and I'd show him what I would show him what I was working on. So I just really appreciated how Jaafar, you know, loved to work with me, and I like to be in his presence.
You and me both, by the way. This is kind of nice right now. Yeah. I'll just tell you. Michael did not have a childhood. He talked often about that. You are a child and you're also a performer. How do you make sure that you get a childhood while you're trying to navigate this world? Family?
Yeah. The support from my family gives me the childhood. I have time to do some of my favorite things while working. And so, and my mom encourages me to work harder when like a move is not right and I messed up. She would encourage me to say, when you get it right, Antoine is going to be so proud of you. And that's what encouraged me the most. When I got a move right, I would say to myself, when I do it on set in front of everyone, they're going to be so proud of me.
Oh, that's great.
Also, I think it's beautiful. You're not hard on yourself.
Yeah.
I think you take it easy and you have a good time doing it. You're like you're such a delight on set.
Aww.
He's so much fun.
He loves
And-
basketball. We talk about
yeah.
basketball.
And then also he knows how to just dial in very quickly. It's that thing that he knows. He's got a knowingness and a sense of who he is. And it's beautiful and it's generous. Yeah.
I feel like you should have a big cardboard cutout of Antoine on your next film that's kind of looking over you. Similar to how he got some motivation. I'm teasing. You definitely did not mess up in this film. You're incredible. Speaking of a delight, I know you don't play.
I'm a delight.
I've been fortunate enough to have interviewed you. You are an absolute delight. You play someone
Thank you.
who is not so
Not
delightful.
so of a delight, right?
Yeah,
To
well-
himself, he's probably a delight.
To himself, he's a delight. And you played fathers before, and one of my
Yes.
favorite films is If Beale Street Could Talk. And you
Thank
played
you.
a father in that who is very different from Joe,
Yes.
yet a blue-collar background. And I'm wondering, is it the blue-collar thing that might connect the two, or where did you find...
I think so. I think that there are men who come from the same generation in many ways and doing all they can to make sure their family survives. I think that that's something I admire. I grew up with a blue-collar, working class man who sanded hardwood floors. And the thing that I know he can give me the most, at least whether he knew it or not, he gave me discipline. He wanted me to be a man of my word. And he also wanted me to be a good citizen. And he didn't have much to give me, but he did instill strong values in me that I think helped me navigate, living in the inner city and then living in the world. And he was very protective of me. So I think that there's aspects of him and Joseph Rivers from If Beale Street Could Talk and my own stepfather. So I feel like I know how to draw from men like that because I know them so very well. And I know that they're very complex and they're not, there's much more behind the cover of the book.
If anybody would actually dress like they did in this film, I feel like it could be you as well.
That I would dress like Joe Jackson?
Yeah.
There's a couple items I would get.
Okay.
Definitely the jewelry.
A good jewelry and a Floresheim shoe. Exactly. Exactly.
That's a blast from the past.
I knew you were different the moment you were born. You have a very special light.
Katherine, there were parts of the film where I thought she could have done more. And I'm wondering where you found her and what you think of that, because it was also a different age. She was put in a very tough position because of her husband who she married. It also got me thinking, how did they end up together? Like, what happened there? But I'm curious where you stood on the role she played, the quiet strength she showed, but yet times where, I've seen interviews with you, that wouldn't have cut it. Like, you would have said something.
Yeah.
How do you find
But
that?
there's a script.
Yes.
And you follow the script. Listen, this film went through a lot of changes. We started off one way and we ended up another way. And I think what's been amazing is to see the finished product and how the filmmakers were able to put together all the work that we had done to make a beautiful film, right? So sometimes it's about the performance and sometimes it's about the individual performance and sometimes it's about the collective performance. And when I think of Katherine and her role in this, she really is the anchor, she's the love, she's the strength, she's the matriarch who is just trying to keep everyone peaceful in the midst of a lot of things that caused public speculation, that caused her to feel like the eyes are always on her family. And I think I think the connection between her and Joe is like the yin and the yang, and they have these very probably intense conversations in the privacy of their own homes. And so when everyone's playing their role, you know what your role is. And sometimes it is just to be quiet and be an observer.
Land like this.
Yeah, I'm always on the wrong side.
There are so many performances. There is nobody who could have done this like you did this. Was there a day on set where you did not have to be there, but you knew he was doing X, Y, or Z, and you said, I gotta go watch this?
Well, I first met Jaafar when he was performing with his brothers. And that's the first time I saw them. And I was just blown away by it just felt like that they were just all meant to. You'll meet, his brothers in the film. They're all extraordinary young performers.
How about for you, a day you didn't have to be there, but I'm there. I want to see this.
Well, the very first day I saw Jaafar was when he was performing. Yeah, you were performing the bat, and I came and I was just in awe because like he was dancing like Michael Jackson. I was like, is he Michael Jackson? I don't know.
He came up on the stage and we're actually doing some James Brown dance off.
We were doing the
moves
mashed
together.
potatoes.
Yeah, that was fun.
And Jaafar did so great, and I'm really proud of him.
My first day was a performance day. I came in for a hair and makeup test. And I just walked into this big, huge production with like 8 cameras going, and Jaafar was just on the stage, and it felt like I was at a Michael Jackson concert. It was really breathtaking and beautiful to watch, and just his level of commitment to the work. I don't know that I could do that. It's remarkable.
I don't know what you do next, but this is going to be a tough act to follow because it's pretty fantastic. And Dan Harkins himself was in the seat next to me during the screening, and he was moving and shaking the entire time. So congratulations.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.